Good morning, y'all, y buenos dias. So we are here for my 38th week update. So if you guys are interested in what I've been up to and the rest of the updates, then keep on watching. So at week 38, baby is the size of a winter melon, which I actually don't think I've ever had before. Right now, baby is approximately 19.6 inches and around 6.61 pounds. Another really interesting fact is that possibly baby has an inch or so of hair, which is unreal to think about that they have so much hair already. My weight is 130 pounds. My mood, I've just been super relaxed. I've gotten so much done off of my to-do list, and I think that's why I'm so relaxed, is I pretty much did everything that I need to do before baby gets here. At around week 37 is when I was really in overdrive trying to get everything done just in case. And so now it's pretty much just smooth sailing. Like, I got Luna a couple more homeschool stuff that I wanted to get done before the baby got here. We really deep cleaned the house and decluttered, and we did we got all of our bulk shopping done. And so now we're just pretty much on the waiting game. Like, so I've just been meditating and doing long walks by myself and just kind of easing my way into this really transformative state that we're about to be in. My symptoms, so I've been getting like lightning lightning sensations that are going down my right leg, and that's just because the baby is so low. Also, the baby is so low, like so low, so I have so much pressure, and like I'm waddling. I'm waddling a lot now, and baby's still moving and flailing. Usually at around this time, baby will settle down a little bit because there's like not a lot of room, but I am incubating a monkey or something because just non-stop flailing. My back is still pretty sore. I have been going to the chiropractor every Monday and it's been helping out a lot, but it's still really sore. I'm applying heat and doing really warm baths, and that feels really good, but I think the soreness is it's just gonna be there. Another thing too is that possibly I had my mucus plug discharged, and I'm not too sure. Like, I googled it and everything, and I'm pretty sure that that's what it was. It happened yesterday, and the same with a lot of other symptoms. Like, it's not a direct indication that you're going into labor, so I didn't really think too much of it. As long as it doesn't happen before week 37, it's not really an issue. And so I am hoping that just means that the ball is starting to roll. My sleep has been getting a little bit better. I've been sleeping, like, I still have to get up like at least 3 times to go to the bathroom. But other than that, like, I'm not like flipping around too much, which was a huge issue. And also Luna's sleep has been getting a lot better too. I am not too sure why. Maybe it's like a growth spurt that she's going through or some kind of change that she's going through, but she slept for like 12 hours straight, which was phenomenal. Usually she'll get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and be a little fussy and then go back to sleep, but that was pretty awesome. It happened like 2 days in a row, and I was just like in shock. So that's been really great. So as far as updates go, I went to the doctor, and I think I'd mentioned it in the last video, but I was 2 centimeters dilated. And again, that's not really like a complete indicator that you're in labor. And I was also 75% effaced. And so I have my next appointment coming up in a few days, and I'm sure they're gonna wanna check again. But I got my results back from some blood work, and like my iron was fine and everything, but I tested positive for Group B strep, which is not as horrific as I initially thought. For Luna, I was negative, so I didn't do any research on it, but I tested positive for it, and it's super common. She told me it was like 1 out of 3 women naturally have it, and it's just a natural bacteria that we have, and it's not really an issue unless, like, when the child is born through the birth canal, they can get some of that bacteria and possibly get pneumonia and stuff like that. So I think it's 1 out of every 200 babies who are not, when the mother doesn't have antibiotics, like, they'll get sick. And so my biggest concern whenever she said that was like me being stuck to an IV the whole time at the birthing center. Like, that just was not how I pictured my laboring to go, and so I was really upset about that. I was just thinking like worst case scenario and was really upset, and I had to like control myself and realize that like it wasn't my fault, it wasn't anyone's fault, that I just had to figure out what we were gonna do and move forward. And so she told me that like as soon as I get to the birthing center when I am laboring, they'll just put the IV for like 20 minutes and circulate it, and then that would be it. And then, you know, if another 6 hours go by, then they would circulate like another batch. But other than that, that's all it's gonna be. So it's not the end of the world. It's just, it's kind of difficult to wrap your head around that your labor, it like might possibly, quite possibly, won't go exactly how you want it to go, and that's okay. And I think that a lot of my mindful practice and my meditation has helped me out a lot on that too, just to kind of roll with the punches and whatever situation you're in, make the best out of it. And that's how it is for a lot of women who are laboring. Like you in your head, you have this one idea, and of course you should try to manifest that and try to visualize that as much as possible. But when the day comes, stuff changes. And the same thing happened with Luna. Like, she was born unmedicated at the birthing center and all of that jazz, but I really wanted her to be born in the water. But when that time came, I wasn't in the water. I was on the bed pushing. And so that's just how it happens. And so I have to be aware of that and be okay with that. And I've been working through just rolling with the punches and just going with the flow, especially with something that you're completely out of control. And so that's that. And again, I have my next appointment coming up really soon, I think in 2 days. And so I'm just excited because I know that we're kind of getting to the end. Luna was born at 39 weeks. And so I kind of feel like we're getting there, you know? Like, I really doubt that I'll go completely to like my due date, which is 2 weeks from now. But it's just kind of wild to think that I've come so far from those beginning videos, and like the time is coming. Like, we're almost at the end. Baby will almost be here, which will be so unreal. It's gonna be so exciting. But I'm just really looking forward to this labor. I really am. I've hyped myself up a lot. I have been meditating a lot and reading and listening to a lot of hypnobirthing books, and hopefully my mindfulness practice and meditation practice will really kick in this time, because with Luna, I didn't know what to expect. So it's a lot harder when you have no idea. And I think that this time around, being that I'll have like at least a frame of reference for what I'm gonna be going through, it will drastically change my whole outlook on it. And so I'm really excited. This is week 38. And like I said, maybe 2 more videos left, if that, who knows. But yeah. So now it's time for the bump. So that is it for today's video. As always, if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Tlazocamahti for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.